Greetings to all of you peoples out there, but petrified fish. Yes, it's not just a delicious snack, it's a knife. And this is the Simum. Simum? I think one guy was trying to correct me on there because I was going Simon or something like that. Simon, S-I-M-U-M, but he was going, I think it's more pronounced Simum, like the wind of the desert. Yes, as it goes across the scales of my knife and gives it that weathered look. Oh, whatever. So it's $48.99 to you. Chat with us now. Tell me about it, Mr. Petrified Fish people. K110 blade, it's the PFP06. And what's this about? It's over 8 inches long. It's a 3.5-inch blade. It's Bowler K110 at a 59 to 61, or so near there too, as the courts have declared. So, but yeah, it's got that, maybe that Arabian desert feel to it. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of that trailing point, Persian, Middle Eastern influence on that blade. And it's dropping good, centered up. No blade player lock rock on this at all. Ceramic bearings, ceramic detent ball. It's a liner lock. It's steel liners. They're not nested. They are just staring you right in the face. They're going, we're thick, we're tough, we could take it. And this would be a user, wouldn't it? I mean, in the world that we live in today, my friends, how many times are these budget knives smacking you in the face with $82, $93, at $100, $105 even, right? And yet, sometimes you just got to say, no, I can buy 2 of these for that. And that is great. Oh, by the way, you can actually get, a different, tan and the black. I chose the tan just in case I was going to put it in the dye. But I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it alone. If anything, I might hit it with a little bit of juice on the scales and kind of darken it down a little bit. But other than that, nah, not really interested in doing anything else. It's a micarta, but it's not real raggedy type micarta. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the design flow is good. Blade to handle length is okay since you got this, this backspacer wrapping around, so it's really not like you could have put a lot more blade in there. But the blade disappears in here, and what that does is makes it finger non-flickable. There's nothing there. But you have to use the flipper tab, and there is jimping on it, and the flipper tab's fairly muted. It's not, obnoxious or anything. And there's kind of your, bargaining position. So some flippers are a little bit more up on the heel here, or up on the ball of the, but no, this is a little bit more laid back, rocking back. Net fuller kind of gives a little pizzazz, a little bit of jimping up here. You can feel that. Not sure there's enough here to really make me feel comfortable about jumping up on here, but it's not unacceptable. It's decent, and gives you something to run your stone, your sharpening and stuff to keep away from trouble. And let me see. Usually their blades are pretty sharp, and it's not scary sharp, but it's factory sharp, and it's reasonably good sharpness. And of course, K110 is a formula that's very similar to D2. So, I consider it a semi-stainless like D2, around a 12% chromium level. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And I haven't messed with the pivot or anything, so maybe I could get it more guillotine-ish. If you would want that, I don't know. But this disengages pretty easily. There is a height differential in here. Drop right on the thumb. And so that's good too. With the flipper tab, it's over the detamp ball pretty quick. It's over it. By the time this hits you in the thumb, boom, okay? Probably by the time, well, of course, I take these knives apart on my videos almost 100% of the time, but I'll take this apart, put it back together, and we'll see if it affects the drop, if I, you know, kind of don't torture this too tough and still, you know, have it no blade play and it's centered, then sometimes you can give it a little bit less tightness and it will really change the character. But right now, ain't nothing to really bitch about. So, and this seems kind of fat. I mean, just to me personally, when I grab it, it seems like kind of a fatty handle. It's not really a thin slender. And maybe this could have used a little bit of Metrical for lunch bunch, lose some weight, you know, kind of thing in the middle. Although, let's actually look at that and let's ask ourselves, well, that is 14 millimeters. It's 0.54. I mean, 0.55. It could, you know, it could have gone into maybe, you know, 0.49, or it could have gone in, I mean, the PM2 is like about a 0.46. So it could have got thinner. It could have got thinner. Contoured micarta, by the way. So, yeah, it's a little chunky. It's kind of chunky, but maybe that's a good deal if you're going to use this for just a work knife. Maybe you want something more robust in hand. 0.13, let me see. Yeah, about 3.5 millimeter blade stock. So, okay, we're good. What's our lockup look like? That's pretty stout. That's decent, and it's, you know, flat right up against there. So it's a pretty good lock up. 35, maybe arguably 40%. Yeah. No, you know, the ergos, the palm swell, all this is good. Pocket clip works. It's okay. It's not my favorite shape. I like them a little bit more like, let me see if I find some. Okay, like the XL Feist here from Kaiser. See that? Yeah, kind of like this a little bit better. It kind of comes up here and then flattens out, and but it gives you that gap where it goes right over the lip. This will find the, you know, its way over the lip of your pocket, so it works reasonably well. And, you know, fit and finish is good on these knives. And so Petrified fish, they kind of run the gamut of like $40, $42 up to, I mean, that's Sen cut prices, right? I mean, that's not Wee knives, not Civivi knives, even lower, Sen cut, you know? So you're in that range. But sometimes they have one that they'll put out that might be closer to the $65 range, you know, that kind of thing. So they are pretty damn competitive. Considering the value for the dollar, I think they're a really good value for the dollar. Okay, sometimes there's different things in these boxes. It's weird, and I don't know how you delineate what's gonna end up in your box, but it's plastic in this one. And then see, it's not unusual that you're getting extra hardware, which is nice. That's what Kaiser does in theirs, but Kaiser ain't no $48, right? And so here's your cloth. That's kind of nice. And then, you know, sticker. Put that on the back of your pickup truck. It'll intimidate people. Or not. Maybe, probably not, actually. But, you know, the boxes are nothing overly impressive, but that's fine. It's enough. It's enough. And they don't put the model number or anything on that. And do they put Simum on here? No, but they put PFP06, which is the model number, okay? But then they always come out with the name later. And so you got to be careful if you're like me, because you'll sit there and go, what's the name? What's the name? And then you finally, they'll pop it on their site and you'll figure it out. So I like it though. It's interesting. This is not my favorite petrified fish model. I think it's intriguing because I do like this blade shape. I think this is a little fat maybe in the hand, but it may suit a lot of people very well in that regard. Okay. But I mean, wow, there's just so many models. I keep telling myself I'm going to do a petrified fish, wipe out, bang, bang, crazy video, because I've got a drawer full of petrified fish knives. The 949. I mean, it's just so many different models that I really like. The deep sea is really good as well. I like that. But, oh my God, it's how do you choose? But there's a bunch of different models that I really like. And that's why I've got a drawer full of them. And, just for shits and giggles, yeah, this is going to stay in my drawer too, just as one of, I'm starting to collect like at least one of every model they put out, regardless. But this one has got that Middle Eastern kind of Persian influence. And I know there's a lot of guys out there that are a sucker for that Persian look. Okay, hold on. How much does it weigh though? Because it is kind of a fatty. Is it that heavy? Is 4.3 heavy? Not in my world. 124 grams. It's not bad. Not bad. But it's a full-size knife. It's definitely a full-size knife. You got full 3.5 there, 3 5/8 there at about 93 millimeters, somewhere in there. Cutting edge is well over 3.25. Okay, and overall length is right at 8. Feels good though. Has a sound to it. Yeah. How's the reverse grip? Feels good. Feels natural. Looks scary, doesn't it? Yeah, and feel here. But yeah, it's so easy to operate because, even I'm backed up a bit, but that flipper tab still hits me on the thumb, so the blade doesn't come around and bother me. Yeah, definitely fidget friendly, although there's no, if you're front flipper, you got to have cutaways and fullers to be able to flick. This may not be that attractive to you. I don't know. Let's put the hurt on this beast. And obviously, we've only got one choice, don't we? But I believe, oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's always a captured pivot situation, so you don't have to worry about spinning to win, you know what I'm saying? And we got a little surround, yeah, you can see there's a little flat spot there. Okay, so, and are they going to, no, hell no. I keep forgetting to even get back with them and go, you guys ever going to start doing number 8 body screws or what? So, yeah, Okay, what are we doing? Of course, it's going to come out the other way, isn't it? Of course you are. Of course you are. Why wouldn't you? And I guess I could do that one too. What the hell? And here's the problem. It's probably serving dual purpose on that clip, isn't it? Okay, well then, let's just boot you off this way. And is that going to be any different length? Nah, it looks the same. Okay, so let's put you in your little cubby holes over here. Okay, and figure out how we're going to pop this dog apart. First of all, it just blows itself apart. There's your back spacer. Obviously, we are skeletonized. And steel liners, everything. Course captured pivots. You know, you got your flat spot. You got this ceramic D-temp ball. And we are on the pocket clip side of life here. So let's flip this. And yes, we got ceramic bearings all the way through. Shock. What a shock. And I just blew my blade stop off on the floor. And yeah, it looks clean though, doesn't it? Looks pretty clean. And all this, so how strange. And of course we got a little, you know, pivot surround, which I don't think is steel, but maybe it is. Nah, that's probably aluminum, I'm gonna guess. And yes, of course, captured pivot. So we can put that, line up the logo on the front as it goes. And of course, these liners are stout. Boy, they feel stout. Nicely coated though. Fit and finish is pretty good on these. 1.5 millimeter. So yeah, no surprise there, right? But that's I've seen them 1 mil, you know. So 1.5, that's that yeah. That ain't bending over. Not real easy, that ain't bending over. Oh yeah, PFP06 Simum. Yeah. Wow. That just changed the personality of that knife. For sure. Nice little drop on it. Okay. We good now. Petrified Fish. I love the brand. I love the fit and finish. I love the value for the dollar. You know, I mean, and they're doing some intriguing designs. The Beluga is probably still my favorite. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of the baby Beluga. It's way cool too. But the 949, yes. And the 929, yes. And oh God, I don't know. So much. Take care, my friends. Love them knives. Looking at you. And you know what? Stay sharp.